What she looks like now, anyway. That's going to be random as fuck to listen to.
But I'm just looking through a couple of different pictures, although my phone is an absolute bastard because it just does random skips. She looks really good there.
Yeah, she looks alright there.
She looks awful there.
Yeah, that was it, like one of the fucking things that they keep doing. You can where they get the red carpet out. Because that wasn't that long ago, because I'm sure she had her daughter and all them were there as well.
She definitely suits being red more than that. Yeah. That definitely ages her.
Yeah, she kind of looks like, I don't know, like imagine like a character out of one of these kind of Disney movies or something, and they've got like the wee kind of witch with a, not necessarily a witch, but that kind of character where it's got like the robe or the hair and it's all like blonde, black inside, and they'll have the arms and that kind of, because it makes her look thinner and gaunter.
It does.
You know,
oh Jesus Christ.
Just don't think it's a particularly good choice of hair colour for her.
No, it's not.
You know, then again, she never was a blonde through like this latest X-Files and all that. Oh, maybe, no, I was going to say towards the end, but she was more like just natural redhead or something towards the end of the series, I think.
Why does my phone do that?
What was that? I connected my phone up to WhatsApp, you know, the computer up to WhatsApp, because like I can type to cheesy rather than having to fucking text all the time, because it's murder. So
she's kind of rocking the blonde there, but she looks more like Ellen DeGeneres.
I think I know who. Yeah, I do know who you mean. She totally does. I wouldn't be surprised if that was like a total mock-up image, like something to do with like female rights or progressive something or another. Maybe, I don't know. Because you get loads of that. You got maybe like the old pictures of say Freddie Mercury that is like famous, and then you get someone nowadays that like fucking cosplayers at the end of the day. Anyways, they're not like a whole like that.
I really do not like her with black hair. I think she looks awful with black hair.
Let's see.
She looks like I don't know. She just looks awful. She looks like Cher.
Is that real?
Yeah.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Oh wow, yeah. That makes her look old and not good looking.
No.
Attractive, I suppose. Not attractive.
But definitely X-Files. Redhead.
Yeah, I would say that's where she was at her best. Says the fucking pillar of beauty you're here.
Well, of course.
Great games are fucking perfect.
I know, right?
It's like
got an 11 right here.
It was like the other day there, I just did not want to be up the tune when I went and got a Subway. Mind I said I got my first foot long Subway. Came home came home to eat it, but like fucking love people watching at Subway, sit there and have a Subway, people watching, just sort of see what the fuck's going on. It reminds me of the Genie and X-Files. Still talking about fucking Gillian Anderson.
Good job.
Eh? No, I don't think so. They're not up enough. Boob jobs sit higher. Up here.
Aye, but if you like sort of look right, so you got sort of
maybe.
like roundness there, and then if you follow the curve round.
Aye, maybe. I don't know. Photoshop maybe? I don't know. I can. Google it. So, I was watching, there's a guy on YouTube, right, called, I don't know what his real name is, Cheesy turned me on him because he reckons he looks like Adrian. Quick look at this guy here.
I always think that's a funny term.
You think he looks like Adrian? Turned on to him, not turned on, like, by him.
I know, but I always think it's a funny expression.
Do you?
Yeah. Like, somebody turned me on to him, like, what? Like, the actual lot, if you break down the words...
right, go, yeah, no.
I mean, I get where it comes from, it's like, you know, we were chatting and like somebody turned my attention onto this subject here. That's like, you know, when you use those extra words to pad it out, it like makes more sense. But yeah,
because the other way, if there was like a sexual innuendo in it, then there'd need to be more information at the end of the sentence to explain what was going on, which is, you know, rather than attention being taken but actually turned on by, like, sexually turned on. I think it would be like, it wouldn't just be like turned on to him, it would literally need to be an explanation of what was, I think, I don't know. You get on with the semantics and all that shit. Was it pragmatics or whatever? Right, do you think he looks like Adrian?
I would need to see a bigger picture.
Yeah, I don't want to click on it because it'll fuck the whole thing.
What's his name?
I don't even. It's just called Akkad Daily. AKKAD. He's done talks and all that at universities and things, or bits that look like that. Anyway, I've looked at a few of them.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's got that sort of. He's got similar sort of shape features and that sort of weird jolly face.
Yeah. He kind of, I suppose he kind of a wee bit looks like Adrian. Like, if they were cousins or something, it wouldn't be too far out of the realms of possibility. Well, I was watching this wee thing he was talking about, right? And there's this town in England called Bideford, or he says Bideford, but it's probably just Bideford or something. And it's got its nickname's the Little White Town, because way back in the day, they would, I think, mine limestone and whatever it is, and they would paint all the buildings with the limestone and it would make them white or whatever.
Yeah.
And then some fucking, this fucking progressive type has moved in for fucking London, right, and kicked up a fucking stink.
Are you shitting me?
Right, kicked up a stink. Because it's like by calling it Little White Town, it's obviously racist, right? So he's taken, again, just automatically assign it to that. And they've kicked up such a fuss that it's either going or it's already been like taken through the councils, and like they've discussed this or whatever, and it's like, it's fucking crazy.
And how many years, centuries is this town being called Little White Town?
Yeah, well that's it. It's been since the days of like the mine and whatever, so like 100 years, 150 years or whatever.
Wow.
So like, yeah, it's like the locals are coming out, you know, because they're like talking. Well, it's a fucking lot of fucking nonsense, isn't it? You know, it's like it's literally talking about the history of the town. That's what that name it talks about. That's what it's in reference to, and it's an important part of the town because it is part of their history of what went on in the town.
And it's just a descriptor.
Yeah, well that's it. But it's not like it's not like fucking like a racist term could include the word white, but not by involving it does it automatically make it racist. But then you get these super fucking uber sensitive progressive fucking idiots, and they automatically kick up a fucking fuss and make it an offensive issue, and make it all about something that it isn't. And it's fucking crazy, man.
Yeah, it's crazy.
It's funny, because like there was another one where he was saying that Emma Watson apparently came out as like, what did she call it? Together or something. She's basically single. I think Piers Morgan got in shit because he basically said, "Oh, she can't get a bloke," and she basically what's the word for it? Incel, right? No, I need to double check this. I think it's like involuntary celibate, right?
Right.
So basically, people that I don't even think it's
people that want to get a shag but can't.
Yes, but I think like in some sense on the bigger issue today, we're like, in the society are like people building families and creating the people that will then uphold the structure that our parents did for us and our grandparents did for us so that we can be here. And they're on about like you've got these fools that basically canny, or they'll be basically just single and unhappy, but they make a big hoo-ha about it and they're sort of proud of the fact, oh, incel or whatever, and when really it's Well, the opposite. Like,
yeah. I mean, there's definitely a difference between the likes of, like, us. You know.
Oh, quickly, sorry, to bring it back as to why I was talking about that. ACAD was basically pointing out that when it comes to those folk that are proud about taking a foothold and not upholding what he sees, or they were saying as the moral duty to basically, as a moral duty to the civilization. It's good that civilization continues, so the people that sort of take the moral stand to basically take off the system, but then not to give back and be proud to be single forever, let's say, and no want to. But in that sense, in the sense that they see it as people that are shaking the foundations, shall you say, of what a nation or the collective species is built on. And then in similar way with the fucking language, you know, they're coming along and it's like they're just constantly causing a fucking ruckus, you know, like taking issue with this, and they're like, we need to shatter that down, and rather than just be able to say a word or whatever, they make it like a racial issue or whatever. So they two things totally reminded me of each other and went around like that and then got jumbled up, and yeah. But
right, first of all, why, I mean, are the, right, let's start with number one. Little White Town, right? They're going to have to change the names of the White Cliffs of Dover.
Yeah.
You know? And
it would be similar to that. It would be similar to that, you can, because they're basically the term that they've got is about the geography of the area, you know, and what was happening. Much like, yeah, someone would come along and be like, well, we can't call the White Cliffs of Dover that anymore because that's racist. And it's like,
the White Cliffs are limestone as well, aren't they?
Probably, I would imagine they are. I think most, I don't know, I'm a shit geologist, my geography sucks and all.
I think the limestone.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean,
it's just crazy. It just reminds me of like all the fucking, what we were recorded the other night, like all this bad shit. So many different versions or different wee avenues of the same fucking I don't even know what fucking side it is. I don't even get caught up in that. I keep forgetting what's what. I think I remember now that the Tories are right. Finally,
yes.
Aye.
Yeah.
So like, because I never ever fucking like I could remember what would be what. Cheesy would remind me all the time. I think I just remembered it the other day. I don't know how. I was like, right, I'll remember that.
I always remember it like Tories are fascist, which is right wing. Labour is more sort of on the liberal side, and liberal is like being liberal with things, so it's more socialist / communist on the left wing. But now though they've got like the sort of four-grid thing, it's not just one linear like communism to fascism thing with, I think Labour's actually right down the middle.
I think Labour are fucked. I don't know much about it. I'm waiting on Cheesy come to round and we're going to record. I'm just going to let him get me up to date on politics. I think that's my best method, is just wait till Cheesy gets here, because I hear wee bits and dribs and drabs, but like, fuck, there's a lot of fucking shit.
Was it you or was it somebody else that said something about how there's going to be some sort of deliberate sort of vote to...
Well, I think there's going to be a general election, I think, in December, is there? Yeah. I think there's going to be a general election. There is going to be a general election, so they're going to take an election on the Prime Minister, I think. And then the Brexit thing's been pushed back to the end of January or something like that. But, yeah, I don't know. I only ever catch like tiny wee bits of what's going on like videos on YouTube, and I don't know. I don't make much sense of it. I wait on like Kerr, like, it's alright with them because like Kerr and Cheesy have different views on it, and I don't have any because I don't care much about it, you can. So I like hearing, they can fucking keep me up to date and I hear both sides, otherwise I'll just hear Cheesy shouting on about how, like, I know that Cheesy wants to vote for the Conservatives, but I don't know how he's got to that point, because like, it's not like everyone's just like, oh, go vote Boris. You can, like, by the sounds of it, I know that Labour are pretty fucked, but then you've got Nigel Farage going on about fucking this and that, you've got the SNP banging on about what fucking is, fuck knows, I don't know.
I'm still SNP.
I'm none of them. I've no fucking allegiance to them.
Well, yeah, no, I totally agree with that.
You know, like,
but
yeah,
SNP, it's kind of like when people say
to me,
though,
SNP. We can't sit here and go on about these fucking fuckers, progressive types trying to force their ideology and language on everyone else, otherwise they scream that you're an offensive racist or a bigot. You can't be that and then vote for the SNP, or be
Right.
because SNP are the fucking reason that I ended up in the court for calling that fucking lassie a cunt. They're the ends that have got these speech laws in place. They've
See,
maybe, I'm not saying like I don't know what their fucking shtick is when it comes to like that side of it, but like when it comes to what you're allowed to say and what you're not allowed to say, and the way that folk can act and get away with it, because even if you tell them off, you're made out to be the bad guy. That's SNP. So fuck the fucking SNP. No fucking way.
See, I always just thought more like, with the likes of football, when people say to me like, what team do you support? I don't really follow football at all, ever. I don't really actually support any team. I do sort of by proxy Rangers, you know, because of you. But if anybody was to ask me, I'd be like, well, Queens, because it's my town and my town's football team, so it would have to be Queens, if anything. So with SNP, they're Scottish, and they are like working to try to improve Scotland, and they have Scotland.
Yeah, but obviously the idea is that all the Scottish governments are. You've got the Conservatives and Labour and whatever up here. So they're all doing whatever. The difference is that the SNP are the Scottish nationalists. They're the yins that are pushing for independence. That's what makes them different.
Aye.
You know, but like
But that's what I want.
they all want. You can name. They all want, in theory, what the best for Scotland is, or
But I want independence. I want to be away from England. So that alone is still putting me in the SNP.
See, that's
column.
the thing and all with the whole fucking EU thing. Like, I got into the Scottish referendum stuff just by proxy. It just was everywhere, and I kind of got drawn into it, and ended up voting to leave. But like even before that, like, just had this flippant notion that like, oh, if I was gonna vote, I'd vote to leave because better fucking alone than fucking relying on others. But then you get into it and you hear about how like fucking on about subsidising and the way that it all works, and it's like we hear every fucking side is just contradictive to everything. It's like trying to make sense of any of it's fucking dog shit. You can.
Which is why it's better off alone. Just cut everything off.
Well, the thing is, you can even that. I didn't ken much about the ins and outs of coming out of the EU, but like I suppose fundamentally, no being governed by the empire, because that's what they fucking are. You can. They literally are like the government of like Europe. You can, like, if that's not the fucking Roman Empire taking over the fucking whole nation, like fucking like European nation. You can. So I don't know. That can't. You can. And by this. I don't know, like there was a time before we were a union with England and the rest of Britain, and there'd have been a time that before the fucking EU, you can, so like it's no like I never ever buy into the fucking scaremongering, you can, like.
And what was the main thing? The main scare tactic was, if you become independent, you get kicked out the EU.
I understand that, like, obviously the Prime Minister and all them, they have got all this shit to get on about, but see the way that the media covers stuff, like obviously that's a massive fucking thing that's been going on for, 3 years now, right? But, like... You can, like, you never ever hear anything about, like, just anything else. Like, fucking, like, they get on about fucking, just problems, say, with the monarchs or whatever you can, and the way that shit's just sort of, like, fucking shuttled under. So what I mean is, see when you're fucking getting drawn into the political argument, right, that... And they're sitting there banging on about fucking, walls are going to be built here, or we wouldn't be able to trade there, or this or that. It's like, that sounds like so much fucking nonsense to cloud stuff.
It's a hypodermic needle.
You can, and like, have you seen any of the videos about Prince Andrew, the Queen's son? Nah. You ken what he's been up to? Do you not ken what Prince Andrew's got? Right, you ken the Jeffrey Epstein scandal?
Yes.
Aye? The fucking, like, kid trafficker, pedo island, fucking, like, Bill Clinton and Hillary, apparently Steven Spielberg, loads of them. Prince Andrew, right? They've all apparently had these fucking so apparently it's not even apparent anymore. It's so fucking, like, just obvious. You can. They've got like so Jeffrey Epstein killed himself in like a top security prison, 24-hour surveillance. You can.
When was this?
A couple of months ago.
When all this thing like first came out?
No, because folk fucking knew what was going on, but his pals were like, he's pals with Donald Trump, you can, his pals were like the fucking, the Prince of England, his pals were all these fucking rich fucking people, and I've been seeing some of the videos that like Sean Atwood's been putting out. He's just like, I think he's like an ex fucking gangster or something like that, I'm not entirely sure, but he's been in prison years and years ago, but now he's kind of like a crime underworld reporter, and there's like, he's got podcasts and whatever, loads of other folk. It's not just some fucking dude, you can, it's just, he kens what he's on about, and some of the stuff that he's talking about that like this cunt was fucking up to, like with young lassies and whatever, is fucking crazy. And then you've got Prince Andrew years ago getting videoed coming out of this fucking place where Epstein is, where it's known that he trafficked fucking lassies, and you never fucking hear anything about it. You can, Prince Andrew apparently got caught at he was at Menorca or something last week, you can, and they literally, when folk realised he was there, he was like fucking up gone somewhere. You can, it's fucking crazy the mad shit that goes on. That's why I couldn't fucking believe it in the paper like a month ago or whatever, when it said that Prince William and Prince Harry were maybe no getting on, a bit of a brother's fucking spat, and it was like the biggest fucking issue to come out the monarchy, and it's like, are you fucking joking? Like, are you fucking kidding?
You know,
like Harry and William are fucking having a brother's fucking tiff.
They're not even brothers.
It's madness, you can, and it's like, and you've got a fucking pedo prince there. And here's the thing, and all, apparently he's got like diplomatic immunity in America. Oh no, sorry, the Queen would have, if the Queen broke laws, she would have diplomatic immunity, where she wouldn't necessarily be tried for them or whatever. Prince Andrew doesn't share that. Which then one way or another means that the sole apparent pursual of him in the case of Jeffrey Epstein lies in the power of Donald Trump. And it's crazy, like, it's just fucking mental. Like, I mean, I've not watched much of it, but it's like you could get lost in a fucking rabbit hole with the fucking mad shit that's going on. So I'm not saying that obviously, oh yeah it is, yeah. So it's like you've got all this political fucking thing going on, you've got that, and then you can, like, are folk hearing the big fucking issues about like coming out of the EU or staying in the EU, or are they hearing like just a whole load of fucking rubbish?
With fucking I am golf gender
and all that fucking crap, you know? It's.
Can you imagine? Oh my god, AJ actually posted something else the other day, and I was just like, nah, not even getting drawn into it, not even, and I can't even remember now what it was, because I was just like, just fuck off. What was it? I don't know.
No.
I don't know. But can you imagine if I was to say in one of these bloody big argument threads, like, well, you know what, guys, I'm goth gender, so I insist that you refer to me as Madam Goth, and if you don't, then you are denying my existence. You know? Like, that's just exactly what they're doing.
Yeah.
Just... But I wouldn't be allowed to get away with that because I'm like a straight chick that was born a chick.
Yeah, it's quite funny. The fucking... I'd seen more about this fucking Poppy thing on Facebook. I saw that Mikey and Claire and my uncle had commented on it. And it was just reading what like the actual cult like meaning of the whole Poppy thing is, and how they say that the red means the blood that was spilled, and the black's today with the mourning of the families that were something to come back, and the green was today with the renewal and regrowth of the crops after all the war, and that, hoping that comes back. And it's like that.
I just thought that it was just because it's a poppy and there was poppy fields.
Yeah. Well, I don't know, but like that was a simple notion I thought that anybody could get behind, instead of just being hijacked by any single ideology again.
Yeah.
But it's just the same as the fucking that wee tune in England and all that. You've got these locals, and they've been around for fucking ever. And now their fucking history's been attacked by these progressive fucking Nazis, man. That's it. You can I think that I even was thinking about that myself. Like, you calling them Nazis, it's like, well, the Nazis literally just battered their fucking society in submission and had you can until they voted them in, and then literally just fucking got rid of everything. You can, like, just boom, 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 boom. Fuck that, gone. That attack done. You can, and this is like their fucking linguistic version of that. You can, it's fucking crazy, but it is transcending into whatever. All these mad wee fucking situations fucking kind of freak me out. Well, not freak me out, but it is fucking crazy. What are you looking at?
If you wear glasses for aesthetic purposes, then you're seriously wrong. Why fake visual impairment? It's not quirky or cute, and it sucks not being able to see. Stop making someone's impairment a fashion choice.
Well,
what?
Aye, well, surely you're aware that wee brother Mikey Ince went out with glasses on with no glass in them because it was like...
Aye, it was a fashion trend for a while. But you would think that it would be seen as a positive thing, because kids were always bullied at school for having, like...
I was just going to say that. I couldn't tell. I actually, like, I realised right there before you started speaking that I hadn't quite figured out until then that I didn't realise what side you were coming for. You're about to say that they're making a fuss about folk wearing them as a fashion statement isn't worth fucking moaning about, right? That's what you're about to say?
Yeah.
I was just about to say that and then you started saying, aye, so what were you saying?
So kids... When I was younger, kids that had glasses were called like four eyes and specky and everything like that, and it was seen as something to pick on and bully.
Yeah,
so
totally.
if everybody's making it a fashion statement now, then it's making it...
It's embracing it.
It's embracing it and making it popular.
Right, yeah. Yeah, that's exactly what I ended up thinking. Only my wee hormone monster was out just a wee bit, because it was like these same lassies would become like, but would they know rather... or whoever it is, but say, or anybody, I suppose, the whole geek thing, you can that sort of like that, what would it be, kink, you can that side it, but then just in general, looking better, you can, so like, aye, because it's totally the same, like, we didn't even get the same skill of that, but it's the same behaviour through them, like, folk with glasses, you'd be like, well, I didn't pick on anyone, but folk, you can, folk would, that would be something that folk maybe get picked on.
Because it was the minority.
It was uncool. It was just or whatever, I don't know, you're like fucking 7-year-old at the end of the day. What the fuck are we thinking?
In my
7-year-old?
class of 31 people, by primary 7, there was only 3 that had glasses. You know, so it's a minority thing. So it was something that people could pick on because they were different.
The thing is, they can't look good though. They can, that's what I was blethering on.
I like Tony looks weird without her glasses.
It can be a case of like, there's no fucking way someone like glasses should be like looked at as like, they just are. You can, but they can totally look. They can suit somebody. You can, so like.
But why
make such a fuss about it? You can. Why no? Like. Don't get me wrong, I think it's fucking stupid as fuck. I mean, I ripped my brother for it. I mean, fuck off. Wandering about with glasses on your head with no glass in it, what a toss. But you can, like, fuck off.
But then what's the difference between wearing sunglasses that are really, really light, like, you know how you get, like, proper black sunglasses, and then you get the sunglasses that are more sort of, like, light shade of brown, and then you get the ones that are like practically clear, but they still block the UV getting to your eyes. What is the difference between that? Because that's aesthetic. Choosing to wear a lighter coloured lens in your sunglasses is for aesthetic purposes, but the people that wear sunglasses don't have visual impairment. Are they taking the piss because they want lighter shade of sunglasses? No, they're not.
Not being particularly clever either though, are they?
No, they still have UV protection though.
Yeah, that's good then. Yeah, that's like the sunblocker stuff. You always check out like the factor, but that's actually nothing to do with it, because that's only to do with like the burning side of it for the heat or whatever. So that's to do with like how many, like how badly it burns or what rate it burns it over a certain area of skin, and then the factor means that many times slower than without it on, where it doesn't account for the UV protection side of it. So when you're checking out your sun cream, you're meant to actually look for the UV rather than the factor, because the factor's just to stop you getting red, where it's the UV's the bad cunt that you want to stop.
Yeah.
Aye. I think I maybe explained that quite well, even though I totally went into that no quite remembering, but I think that's maybe right, isn't it?
I didn't actually know until just this year that when you get something that's like factor 30, you're supposed to reapply it every 30 minutes. If it's factor 50, you reapply it every 50 minutes. I don't know if that's correct.
No, I don't think that is correct. I think because it was on the guy, one of the guys on, it was on the SciShow channel, and I think it was on about that the number refers to how many times slower your skin will burn compared to what it would not having it on. So like if your skin would get to a certain level of burn or heat or whatever, say after 10 minutes and it was factor 10, then it would take 100 minutes or something like that. I think it's what to do with time rather than.
I just don't wear sun cream.
That's not particularly good either. Like,
yeah, no, but there is also a whole other issue.
Then again, I mean, if you're on about in Dumfries when it's a bit warm, like fucking.
I mean, if
whatever.
I was to go to like a Mediterranean country, then obviously.
Bulgaria, man. When I went to Bulgaria the first time, Jesus Christ, as soon as I walked off the plane, it was like that, just poof, right on the heat. Thick heat, like, serious, serious.
It's like that in Canada in the summer.
I sat under that canopy at Kearney's bar the whole fucking time, just about.
But the thing is, I've got olive skin, so my skin is like.
Yeah, you've got Italian in you though, so like that's got to count for something, surely.
Oh,
you can, so. Yeah.
I absolutely relish it. I love the heat.
I probably just look a wee bit darker now because I've got tattoos, so it maybe just throws my whole fucking thing, because I am fucking not fucking tan at all. Like, I go red and then literally I get that tan for about a week and then it's just gone again. So, what are you looking at?
Just random stupid fucking posts off of these stupid fucking things that are just ridiculous. That post that I was referring to has been deleted.
What post was that?
I can't remember what it was.
Couldn't have been that good, or maybe it was just like an offensive post or something.
It was just another one of these stupid rants about like nothing that is of any importance at all. Penguins! It was penguins.
What about penguins?
Oh my god, hang on, surely it is there. Right, okay. Gay penguin power couple has adopted another egg together after successfully hatching their first chick last year. What? Why is
what
this
does that
news?
Mean? What does that mean?
Right, in Sydney,
because
a gay penguin couple have adopted another egg.
Yeah, I heard it. Well, I mean, what does that mean? Because they've obviously I don't think they've went over and done penguin language to like actually take an egg off. So I take it what have they done?
Basically,
do penguins even act homosexual? I mean, or is this literally like some really fucking stupid, dumb human experiment?
I never actually even read
male
it.
Penguins.
This is the first time I've actually opened it up to read it properly.
Yeah.
I seen the first.
What's it saying? Read the first couple of paragraphs. Let's hear it.
Right, so.
I don't read the news all the time on YouTube. Go for it.
A gay penguin couple in Sydney, Australia, has adopted another egg together after successfully hatching their first chick last year. Sven and Magic, two male Gen 2 penguins at the Sea Life Aquarium in Sydney, found fame on October 18 when they hatched their first chick named Svenjic. Yes, because that's like totally freaking cute. Let's just like name it like bloody Brangelina. Right? Oh.
Yep.
According to Sea Life, Sven showed his love for Magic by giving him a special tone, which is the equivalent to proposing in the love language of penguins.
What the fuck? Who's reporting this?
News. Let's see what news. I don't know. Probably some crap news.
What's it called? Is it Huffington Post?
No, it's not the Huffington Post. This is like some other stupid shit. Pink News.
It could be satire, like.
No, there's a wee extract there from Natural Sea Life Sydney.
They've actually tweeted about it. But what when they say a gay couple, what do they mean? Like I've never heard of like two male penguins like fucking like being like in the natural, or have they literally just taken two male penguins?
It's probably Jay and Silent Bob, or the Eddie and Steve. You know, it's just two male penguins that are buddies that people have assigned fucking human fucking shit to and been like, they're gay, let's give them an egg. I'm obviously just entirely
ignorant about this because I've only ever seen like videos about penguins when it's really on about like watching the wee penguins going into the water the first time. Like I've never really seen it when they're talking about them as a civilization, again, like a unified fucking.
Okay, well, penguins.
How do they act?
Penguins
what do
mate
they do?
for life.
Do they? Right, now this is what I need to ask if you can this. When it says mate for life, right, does it mean that the first time that a male and female penguin have a baby, then that same pair will only mate together, right?
Yeah.
Or does it mean only until that baby is gone, and then when it comes to mating season, they go through the rigmarole again?
No.
Or although they might be the same, but they could end up whatever. How?
No, they're like for life. They're like one of the only other like what's the word for two people
Polyamorous.
together?
Oh no, the monogamous.
Aye, they're one of the only monogamous species in the world. And what'll happen is when...
Is that true? They're one of
Yeah.
the only monogamous species, as in
Yeah.
like most other species aren't monogamous.
Yeah.
That's funny because like I think humans are one of the very few species that fuck for fun. Rather, so even though
Dolphins.
So even though you've got all these other species that will fuck around, they're only ever doing it in mating season.
Yeah.
Not all of them. Like as far as I'm aware, there's a small number of species, but like.
Yeah, dolphins and apes, but apes aren't too far away from us, so that's understandable.
That makes sense.
Right, it's a lot of birds will mate for life, right? It's not really that common in mammals at all. So you've got your penguins, swans, lovebirds. You know, like once. If you've got a wee pair of lovebirds, when one of them dies, the other one will die out of like loneliness and stuff.
Yeah.
So penguins, they like pair and they mate and they stay together for life. And then when the one penguin goes away to go and like get food and stuff.
Is this like the March of the Penguins where they fuck off like across the fucking continent nearly to get some food?
And then when they come back, they literally will go and like it's like you know when like army guys come back from the army and all the like partners are all waiting
and they're
for
all
them
jumping into their arms and like like
penguins literally
Ben
do
Affleck
that.
And what's her name? Liv Tyler in Armageddon.
Yeah.
I could close your eyes.
Well, penguins do that.
See you breathing.
They literally will like look for the mates, and then you've got the little penguins that are looking for
I don't know
partners.
how they fucking tell. Like I realise that like for a distance, humans look pretty similar, you know.
Oh, because like they'll have done studies with them tagged.
Oh no! I mean, like if I'm a penguin and I'm coming back and there's like more than 5 penguins and there's a lot more than 5 and I'm looking for say you, right? Then how can I tell the difference? I know that like we look very different. Even though for a distance we're probably going to look pretty similar because like we're just 2 humans, and for a distance you might not even be able to tell straight away that it's particularly a guy and a lassie. For a distance, right?
Yeah.
But penguins really up close just look like they're a whole bunch of fucking toys that came off a production line. They're identical. So like what? How do they ken?
It'll be to do with the tone of their voice. They'll have different
Unless
voices.
they're just really fucking got a lot of different names. And they're just literally shouting that one name. It's like, what was that? what was it again? In fucking Impractical Jokers. Larry! Larry! Larry!
Well, right, so that's the one thing, right? When penguins mate, that's them stuck together for life. So there's obviously these 2 male penguins that they've like done the studies.
That'd be a nightmare if it was one night stand and she was shite as fuck, eh? And then you're like, oh damn it, fuck me, that's me forever. Around it, boys.
Right.
Right, what were you saying?
So they've obviously done studies over the years and everything on penguin language and stuff like that, you know, recording the tones for different calls and stuff like that. And so apparently they're suggesting here that Sven showed his love for magic by giving him like that same vocalization that like a male and a female will give to each other when they mate for life, right?
But do they actually like get down and like get sexual together, or
I don't know yet. I'm still reading. Right, so but the keepers noticed that the gay penguin power couple has started to build a new nest this breeding season, complete with a special display of ice pebbles. Penguin supervisor Tish Hannon told 10 Daily, they have the neatest and largest nest in the colony. That is just so fucking stereotypical. And when we noticed that another couple were struggling to incubate 2 eggs at the same time, we made the decision to foster the second egg to the power couple of the colony. Well, I don't think that this first penguin couple agreed to that.
I think that is fucking betraying many penguin rights.
It is.
No way. That's kind of crazy.
Baby Svenjik has an excellent start to life under their care, and while she's still a bundle of energy and very loud, she's matured nicely but still quite unsure as to what all the adults are doing at this breeding season. Because she's been brought up with a couple of dudes. Svenjik may or may not have a little brother or sister in a few weeks. We're yet to confirm if the egg is fertile. In the third season, Casey asks her brother Sam, the show's penguin loving main character. What the hell?
So...
What?
Oh, that's all adverts at the bottom of that page. Right, so the penguin's not been born yet, like the baby penguin, the egg that is being looked after by the gay penguins, assuming that they're both male. I mean, they might look like it, but you never know in penguin world. They might be like Astro. If that, what I'm thinking is, if that baby penguin in the egg survives and is then looked after by two male penguins, the potential for like learning like penguin and animal kingdom psychology and such is pretty massive.
Because it was suggesting there that she doesn't know what they're doing.
The psychological effects between like upbringing and male and female influence is massive. You can. So like, I wonder what that would be like, and like, because one of the penguins would obviously then have to take on the role of like the female, whatever that is, and if that then but just as a species, it's just strange. Wonder, I'm thinking like just sort of like the passing of certain genetic markers and such that would then make them as a species understand their role. You can straight off the bat, because it's not like you've got, who is it, the male or female penguin that goes on the big journey?
I want to say it's the females, because it's actually the males that incubate the eggs.
What I mean is, right, they females are not then taking the baby penguin out with them next season, you can, and saying this is how it's done. They just know what they have to do, and that's like a thing that's passed on through like, well, what, evolution, but the passing of just genetic things, there's a name for them, genetic memes or whatever even, I think that's what it's called, genetic memes, where like they will know what they have to do. So like the implication with that is pretty massive, because like, would that male penguin know how to, or the female, because I've got a funny feeling it's the male that stays behind with the baby and it's the female that goes on the journey. So would that male penguin that has to go and get food for like his baby, would he, he's a different fucking, he's a dude penguin, like it would be a different thing entirely. You know what I mean?
The whole thing is what?
It's kind of strange.
I mean,
unless well, I'm thinking if that's happened in a fucking zoo or whatever, obviously, like. But
it's happened through human intervention, you know. All very well and good if there's like gay animals out there, because there is, because you see it in all species where there's like, you know.
You just see it in all species.
Bloody even female bitches like dogs will like try and hump each other.
Oh, dogs are just interspecies fucking lovers, aren't they, man? They're fucking always at you, sniffing your fucking minge, or fucking getting pit in their arse, or fucking fanny or balls on your leg and all that shit. They're fucking freaks.
Well, so we know that there is gay activity in all species of animal all throughout the world. Which is why that's another thing that it just blows my mind that the human race is making such a massive fucking deal of this shit, because it's natural. All animals do it. So, you know, it's just... But in the wild, these two male penguins that have chosen to like be together and stuff, even if they're building a nest and stuff and they're quite broody because they want a baby and stuff...
Wait, so is this in the wild that they've witnessed this?
No, it's a zoo.
Right,
so it's human intervention. Yeah. They've given them an egg. You know, that's not going to happen in the wild.
No.
They're not just going to like waddle up to another penguin and go, give me your egg, pal. You know.
That's what. Yeah, I know they're not. Yeah.
And there's certainly not like a line of like dude penguins.
Then that not mean that, say, what I was thinking, like the whole psychological side out that they could learn about is a wee bit redundant, because they're like, well, this would be in a hypothetical situation that would never happen. Penguins would do this. It's like, put that fucking shit in the bin. You're wasting time. Fuck off.
What would be interesting, because it, like I say, it's the male penguins that incubate the eggs. it's the male penguins that walk around with the
You never
eggs.
said that. I literally said that 5 minutes ago. I couldn't remember, and then I was like, I'm sure it's the males that sit with the egg.
Oh,
and then 5 minutes later, you're
I
like,
must have
you
like.
just done what you fucking hate,
Sorry.
motherfucker.
I apologise. I must have been lost in my bloody thoughts. Like, what the hell is this? Right. So it'd be
Taking
interesting to
cred.
see if two females will be able to look after and hatch and care for
It
a
doesn't
young
matter. We don't need
penguin.
to know about this.
Well, no, I'm just now looking at it from a scientific research point of view. Like, it is interesting to see what happens with these two male penguins that have chosen to be life
but
partners.
you don't like it if the end result means dead animals.
Yeah.
You know, so like you only want to hear about this as if the
Aye,
end you've
but
got
in
like
a
some wee
controlled
penguin like
situation.
Happy Feet 3, this penguin's like
Oh, Brittany Murphy.
if it ends up in a dead penguin, you're
I
gonna
miss
be like,
Brittany Murphy.
who the fuck is Brittany Murphy?
The actress that voiced the chick penguin in Happy Feet.
Ah, I fucking hate Happy Feet. Ian loved
I
it
know
for a
you
period and
hated
she wanted to watch it all the
it.
time. Like, I fucking hate that movie.
What's absolutely hilarious
terrible.
though is that one scene where they're like.
I just don't like that guy, that Daniel Radcliffe or whatever he's called, Harry Potter. Do not like, I can't be arsed from. Or I can't be arsed with his movies anyway.
Is it Harry Potter that does the voice?
Is that not who you said it is? Is it not? Who is it? I'm sure it's one of them folk that...
I don't know.
Is it not?
I just know Brittany Murphy did the female.
I think it's Harry Potter. I don't know. I'm just hating on Harry Potter now because I didn't like any of that guy's movies. Harry Potter didn't like it, but that's because I thought I was getting laid and that bitch made me watch Harry Potter. Wasn't happy. True story.
You should watch Harry Potter
No, I'm
now,
not
though.
watching. No, I'm not watching Harry
I've
Potter.
only
I fucking
just
hate
watched
wizards
all
and that
the-
shit. The only thing that I like watching
But
in
you
that
like
genre...
Supernatural.
Aye, but Harry Potter's a Wayne's version of Supernatural.
Right, well that's what I was just going to say.
No, I don't want to watch it with a wee in.
Right, no.
Oh, right,
the
okay.
the first 2, maybe 3 movies is more sort of like kids because they are kids in it. But then as they're getting older, like see the last couple of films, they're dark and deep.
Deathly Hallows 1 and 2, I must have visited. No, I remember the name
But
of that
they are good. I've only just watched them this year.
Nah, because here's the thing, right? I imagine that the books are better than the movies. It's every instance, right?
inevitable,
That's,
yeah.
Right. So in theory, if I was gonna bother with Harry Potter, I would just read it, and there ain't no fucking way I'm taking the time to read all that shit. It's just not happening. I can't get around to reading what I want to read. You can all that stuff behind you, what you read.
See, the one thing that bugs me about I don't like Hermione. I hate Emma Watson.
Aye, well, she's a fucking femcel, man. She can't get a bloke. She's probably just a dick.
Right, back to what we were actually talking about then, right? So we already went over my first point about the White Cliffs of Dover, right? The next
Fucking
point
hell.
I was going to make,
Right back.
totally Billy Connolly'd this. Right, so what is it? Incel? What?
Incel, it's involuntary celibate.
Right,
It's
so
basically-
single.
Single. So you can. ACAD was basically saying you can, because like this, you can just the idea these. I can't remember exactly. Someone on Twitter where someone was like, you can put what are you can. You're on about being proud and single and this and that, and you don't need a fucking guy or whatever or this and that. But what are you got to do when you're 40? You want
See,
a kid.
that's
You're
not involuntary celibate. That is voluntary. That's me and you. But not celibate.
Yeah,
Because fuck that shit.
Pretty sure I'm not celibate. No, unless I didn't get the MO.
But like the whole idea of me being happy living on my own despite my difficulties with narcolepsy and all that sort of stuff, being happy to live on my own and have my own business and be my own person and not relying on the financial support and moral support and company of somebody else that I'm living with, and accepting the fact that I'm probably not going to have children and just choosing to be alright with it. That's me being voluntary single.
Yeah, no. I know, I can't remember. I'm probably just. I can't remember exactly what it is. It's probably a parody on it, or I don't fucking know actually. I'll Google it. I'll Google it, right? Define what it means. Alright, it's just a member of an online community of young men. That's why they'd have been saying she was a femcel. Because an incel is obviously what young dudes would be. Who consider themselves unable to attract women sexually. Typically associated with the view This is one slow ass fucking computer. Can you believe I'm just... The views that are hostile towards women and men who are sexually active. Yeah, so basically incel, it's the... they're involuntary celibate. So they want to be fucking shagging, but they're not. So they're angry about it. So then you've got like folk are retweeting Emma Watson saying that she's happy on her own and she's this and that. And you can know, as young lassie had replied to the thing where it's like, what you got to do in like 30 years time when you've not got a kid and you're going to be unhappy and you're not going to be as attractive as you are today because of aging. You can it's not meant to be an attack on anyone. Everyone by default is going to look like shit at the end of their life compared to what they were in the prime. You can. What you get, and then this lassie tweets it back and they're like, oh, I'll just be happy and I'll just be happy and buy pets in my child-free existence. And then when you click on her page, or what her fucking bio is like, all about having depression and this, and it's like, you're not fucking happy now, you're not going to be happy that, it's like, again, but I just saw what the wee mentioned earlier on, she mentioned a flash on the telly and I just saw it.
What, on the screen or in the
dome? It just flashed in, I just saw it, don't know what it was. So like, I suppose they were on, I don't know if Emma Watson's like a proud one, I don't fucking know, it's the first time I've heard her name in forever. But
I can't believe that we just had a whole big massive conversation that totally went off topic and then managed to come in Emma Watson because we were talking about Harry Potter because you were talking about Happy Feet and penguins, and then that just brought us right back around to the very start of the conversation. How weird.
See? That's why I want to hit record. Feels alright.
Yeah. See, the good thing though, and the benefit of like being voluntary, single and stuff is like when you do get like 20 more years down the line and you're like in your late 40s, 50s or whatever, everybody else that's your age is going to look just as old and crap as you. And there's still going to be single other 50-year-olds that would still be looking for somebody to finally, if we can have a wee bit of company with. You know, like my poor grandma, when my grandpa died.
Yeah, that's not what... That's it, though. Is that going to make people happy, though? There's a difference between that and being happy. Like, aye. I think probably... I mean, it is different, what you're saying. Like, your situation or my situation or any... you can... That's different to, like... What... he was bringing up that was in the fucking news and whatever. You can
right. Let's just go back to that though, right? So the first issue, comment, whatever, was how are you going to feel in 20 years time when you're old and ugly and childless, right?
Yeah. Something like that. Yeah.
Well, let's just because it's like, you know, something that we both are familiar with, right? Just say hypothetically, for example, your mum and dad hadn't been together, right? But your mum had chosen to be single and stuff up until this point, and now she's in her 50s, and now she met Brian and had like good fun with Brian and doing all the stuff that they do together and got married and they love each other and they're having a nice, happy, content life.
Yeah.
You know?
I think. Yeah, but it is a bit different because I think like this is in sort of direct relation to the idea of this mentioned moral duty to continue our species.
With our overpopulated planet.
500 million. I need to count what that fucking thing was. But fuck, what was the question? What was the fucking question?
I was saying that initial comment of saying, oh, how are you going to feel in 20 years time when you're ugly and old and childless? And it's like, well...
Yeah, right, okay. I think it's because... I think the idea is probably that a lot of these people that are either called or identify as incel, a lot of those, you can like... It's quite a predominant number of people want children. You can. I don't meet too many people that just don't want children. I mean, you're maybe different, but I personally, I've not met too many folk. I'm not like. Then again, it's not exactly like you fucking just I don't know. It's like, because you can even, I know a lot of people that don't have kids.
Yeah.
None of them talk about wanting kids. You can, but I'm not sure that they've all taken the stand to never have children. I'd be amazed if 80% of them are like literally have shut that door already in their mind. You can, I will not. I'm not ever. You can.
I think
probably a lot of people are like maybe sometime.
Yeah. I think I've only ever met one person that's definitely been always since I was little. She was my mum's pal. I've known her since I was freaking tiny, and she always said that she didn't like children and she never wanted children. And now she's obviously like 50 something. She's maybe a wee bit. She's maybe her late 40s, early 50s, and she still doesn't have children, and she's not bothered, and she's just happy like that. But that is odd because, like, now we're talking about biology.
At the end of the day, if you take away that idea, then when it comes down to what you were saying, that's when that takes weight in it. You can, like, you will find people that are much in your boat and whatever, and you would find somebody if you were, you can. There's somebody out there for everyone, I suppose.
You're gonna have your penguin somewhere. Oh, is that not a Friends thing?
No idea. Don't know. I've not seen much of Friends.
I think it is. I think that was the whole friggin' Ross and Rachel thing. I'm sure it was Penguin. When Phoebe was like, "Oh, he's a penguin," like that.
Vaguely. It's a long time.
No, lobster. Phoebe said lobster.
Was it?
Yeah.
That vaguely, I never even noticed the mistake then.
No, it was lobster. So lobsters must also mate for life.
Lobsters are crazy. Have you seen a lobster in person? Like a live lobster?
No. I've seen crabs.
Yeah, did I tell you that we saw live lobsters when we went camping last year?
No.
Remember, when we went to Port William?
Yeah.
Or wherever it was, Port Patrick, aye.
Aye.
I want to go back to their Barnsalloch fort. I want to go back. There's nothing there. It's just like the D-shaped moat.
Aye, the thing that gets cut off with the water rising.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Aye, but this is like it's really old. It's like fucking Stone Age or something like that, or Iron Age, whatever it says. 2,500 year old. They reckon that there was a settlement on it when the water used to be up to the end of the cliff. It's never been excavated though. They're literally just basing that on their understanding of other D-shaped moat, bailey, whatever they call them, land formations and such, that have been built in that way and what it looks like. There's going to be stuff up there to fucking find, there's going to definitely be stuff up there, like bits of tool maybe and whatever. I want to go, definitely.
Yeah.
I really want to go in. I want to get in the campsites there, so like, just going up sometime. When we were there, Brian's pal that does the fishing boats, Port Patrick, I keep forgetting what it's what. Patrick Inc. He's got the sheds where the big boxes where he keeps all the stuff in it, and they're like live, and they're a fucking crazy looking thing. Like with their fucking 6 legs or whatever, and then under the tail there's like 8 small fucking jaggy leg things, and they're all moving in that, and they literally, they're crazy. Like they're fucking mental looking thing, alien as fuck. Like they don't look all that different, Like can you imagine 5 of them? You can imagine like fucking 10 of them playing Guess Your Partner for like a metre away. You wouldn't have a fucking Scooby.
Yeah, I mean they don't have their vocalization thing, so.
Yeah, they're going to be working on a pretty fucking basic brain, aren't they?
Unless they have like telepathic.
They're going to have something like bounty. What would they have? How do lobsters communicate? Sonar? Do they have any sonar? No, don't need too much as sonar. Don't know.
This is probably going to be reserved for like a separate podcast, but just you reminded me of it there, just when I said about telepathic and then third eye and all supernatural, pseudoscience stuff.
Taking a turn.
I was watching more stuff about parallel universes and reincarnation and stuff like that. String theory, all that sort of thing under the one umbrella.
Yeah.
And it was just something to do with somebody that was obsessed with the Titanic. She'd always been obsessed with the Titanic, and she was like absolutely convinced that she had been on the Titanic, and that, like, you know, this was obviously her reincarnated life, and she had died in the Titanic, and she had this recurring nightmare all the time of, like, she had a brother, and, like, you know, like, it was starting to sink, and all this water was rushing in, and she was trying to grab her brother, but she couldn't swim anymore. They got too tired because they were too young, and then it all went black, and she wakes up. And this nightmare is, like, stayed with her, like, all throughout her life.
And what age was she when she had this nightmare?
Oh, it started when she was, like, a kid, and is, like, stayed with her entire, like, life.
And where did she see the Titanic, like? Like, did you watch it A Night to Remember? Did it say? Because I got into Titanic after my mother showed me the all black and white movie A Night to Remember. I think it's called A Night to Remember. It's really good. It follows the movements of Second Officer Lightoller.
I don't know, they never actually covered that. It was just a little couple of second freaking, this is what happens.
It's just weird because I had recurring dreams about Titanic when I got into it. No, so
aye, but you were dreaming about Kate Winslet.
Yeah, well, this is what, aye. Well, this is what I'm thinking, right? You can, if she got into it as a hobby as a kid, like I did, and then I saw Titanic and I dreamt about, like, saving Kate Winslet and her being a babe because she was mint as fuck, and you can. And, like, the girl version's all like, it's so sad, and she has nightmares about it. I know. You can?
No, but like, she was dreaming about, like, having a brother and stuff like that.
Did she have a brother?
No.
All right. Okay.
But that is a good question though. Like, I don't know what came first, the dreams, but she didn't know that it was the Titanic, that it was just a dream that she was on a boat.
Yeah, it could have been a recurring dream that kind of morphed. Yeah. She learned about things, like, it wasn't just a sinking boat anymore. She heard about the Titanic and suddenly she was on the Titanic.
Aye, but I was wondering, this is what's triggered this whole thing, right? I wonder if she's seen something about the Titanic and thought, that is the boat, that is what I was on, that's my dream. Like, remember how I keep saying about those white pillars? Yeah. That I kept dreaming about, the white pillars and the road, and never being able to get to the end of the road, and had the grassy embankments up the side, and it gets to a forest area, and I keep dreaming that I'm trying to get to the end of this fucking road, and I can never get to the end of it. And then driving past Hollywood, and then there's these white pillars. I'm like, that's the pillars. Yeah. And I'd never seen them before.
You think?
Well, my mum says that I must have seen them when I was younger, like, because her pal lived... No, it was Mags. Her pal lived out in Hollywood, so she said that I would have seen them when I was younger. But I mean, the amount of times that we would have been at Mags's house, and I don't even know if it was like in the city. I mean, I know Hollywood's tiny.
Yeah, but things stick out. Like, I remember nothing about my Grandpa Jock. And I'm not even entirely sure I know what fucking related or where he would have been. Would it have been Nana Nancy's dad? Was it Nana Nancy's dad? Maybe Nana Nancy's dad. Aye, that could be right. Fiddle Rye. And I don't remember fucking much about my tall, but I always remember he had a shotgun sitting at the side of the room, and he'd always say to us, if he's getting near the shotgun, I'll shoot your boots off. Okay, so like, if you were a wee lassie and you're going to your mum's pal's house quite a lot, and she's got these big mad pillars at the front, that as a detail could stick out as a memory.
But the thing is though, these pillars weren't at Mags's bit. It's like, when I actually looked in the Google Maps... It's maybe just the one thing that you always remembered about the journey there. What you could see out the window. Aye. You can, these big fucking... But the thing is, it would have just been passing it. Right, why wouldn't I then remember about the bike that's up in the tree? And, like, why wouldn't I have that weird connection with that?
Why do I not remember what Jock had on his walls?
But what I'm trying
I'm gonna devil's advocate, yeah.
I know, but what I'm trying to get at though is I've got such a weird connection.
I know. You're trying to get at someone. So tell me what do you think?
I wonder if hobbies and interests and, like, connections with certain objects or themes or whatever is indicative of something that was important in a past life.
You think?
I wonder.
So what do you could have been in a past life? I like that idea.
I always said when I was younger that I've always in a past life been involved with horses, because my mum, although she loves horses, she's a really nervous rider. Like, she's a really nervous rider. My sister, not really that interested in horses at all, but me, always been absolutely obsessed and totally confident, like, on a horse, no fears at all. And I always said when I was
going on a
younger.
horse.
Yeah?
Yeah, well, ever since Nan showed me City Slickers when I was a kid, and like John Wayne and all that, you can, because cowboys are fucking cool, so like I saw that when I was young, and like City Slickers, I think it was the second gin, they went to, it had Billy Crystal in it and other folk, but they went, I think it was like a lad's holiday or a stag do or something like that, I can't fucking remember, maybe nothing like that, but I think there was a bunch of guys, there was maybe women there, I can't remember, a bunch of folk, and they went to like a ranch shoot in the fucking back of America, wherever, and they went across the plains with a buffalo to like the next bit there to Gatti, and it looked cool as fuck, so I would love to fucking do something like that. But I think like part of that then just like, well, I'm not going to be able to, I'm not going to do that, you can, I'm just not going to have the money to do that, or I'm not going to, you can't do that here, you can, so the next best thing would be going horse riding, but none of that fucking gay shit.
Nah, like what I did.
Bad use of the word. I'm such a criminal. None of that fucking, you can slow jumping. I would rather like find someone that could like go and find horse riders up at Ben Nevis or someone that can go around the base of that fucking mountain like you're in Red Dead. You can somewhere cool.
You want to go on horse trail then?
Yeah, but ones that would involve a bit of jumping and running and that. Something like a full experience. You can something cool.
You'd have to go to America for that.
I don't think so. Surely no. I'm thinking about it, so someone surely with a horse and the money and
horse trails here are so lame, like it's just plodding along, they'll not do anything. And
there's not even like a single bit where there's even a field that you can go in and get the horse to run a bit and nothing like that.
Well, what I did when I went down to Foster Meadows, because we couldn't jump Kira, so I went down to Foster Meadows.
Because it hurt its leg, what your mum was talking about the other day, when it jumped through the fence and like cut it, or was that jump?
No, it was when she was out on loan, she was overfed, but still like the person that was, she was on sort of part loan, so my mum was paying for everything, but this chick would like feed her and clean her out, and in return she got to ride her and stuff whenever she wanted, but she kept overfeeding her and kept riding her and kept jumping her, and she hurt her leg again. And she was lame for like years, and she was on medication and painkillers and stuff for years until my mum finally got the weight off her, but we were so scared to like put any strain on her because like that injury could come back, but we just never did that. We just like plodded around the field with her. So I went down to Foster Meadows.
Right, hold on, you're going to tell me what you know at Foster Meadows, aye?
Yeah.
Right, hold that thought, go for it.
So Foster Meadows, went down to Foster Meadows so that we could ride the horses and not be worried about, causing further injury. Anywho, it's not just a ride around the ring sort of thing. Like a lot of riding schools is just plod around the ring and hardly do anything. Like this one is like, do ziggy zaggies and do this here, and you go in circles down here. And
so is it actually going to? Is it like a building? Like I take you just drive the building, and next to it's got the area, and then that's where you would go through the building, come out the other end while your gear on. There's a horse waiting, and you get to.
Oh, it's like Anne. She's the one that runs it. It's her riding school. She lives there. It's her house, and then there's all the stables.
Oh right, okay.
And all the horses are out in the field.
Right,
got it. But you have to go with your own stuff. Like I used to go with my own tack, like my own hat and shoes.
What do you do out there? Is that so? Yeah. So the area that you're going about in, is it like a big field like Kira was?
Big arena. Yeah, the arenas are the ones that is like got like the sort of sawdusty floor, so that you can ride around in that. But yeah, you have to go and get your own horse and take it and like tack it up and groom it and everything, and then you go out and you do all the riding and stuff, and then you
get to fucking wear a cowboy hat.
You would have to wear a cowboy hat over an actual UK like riding hat. You have to wear.
You actually have to wear a riding hat, do you?
Yeah, it's law.
Fucking British bastards, man. In America, you can fucking.
It's all to do with their insurance as well,
with a helmet.
I know,
but in America you can ride a horse with a cowboy hat.
But I'm pretty sure if you were to go to a riding school or a ranch in America, they would still make you wear a proper protective hat, because it's all to do with insurance. If you were to fall off somebody else's horse on their property, you could sue them.
Land of the free.
So yeah, it's all to do with insurance. But sorry?
No, well, can I have a paper, please?
No.
Here's a fucking paper, you goth.
Madam Goth.
Madam Goth.
But yeah, I used to love going down to Foster Meadows, and I keep meaning to go back. How much is it? It's like £20 for like one lesson. But
do you get to jump?
After you're like, alright, riding, eh? Because...
Oh, right. So I take it like there's nowhere you can go where they would just put you on a horse and be
No, they have to make sure that you can ride. You've got the... I mean, that's like saying, oh, there's nowhere I can go and just hop on a fucking motorbike and go bloody, like... What's it called? The dirt tracks and stuff with bikes.
but it's different because I'm not even saying it's different. I totally understand it. What I mean is I just never even fucking comprehended that.
Aye.
So would I not be able to do it?
Yeah, well, that's what I was gonna say.
I don't think I'm doing it and just walk about like the horse would just walk about in a fucking circle and it's back. I look like a total prick.
Nah, she's pretty quick with the going through all the stages. Because
jumping within half an hour or that like?
No. I can't remember how many lessons like me and Mum had gone down for. How many? Well, sessions, because it's not really lessons for me when I've grown up with horses and stuff. How many sessions we went for, and then Anne asked me if I wanted to do the charity show jump thing, and my mum was like, no, because like I said, she's not a confident rider, whereas I am, and I was like, I never jumped in my puff, but yeah, sure, show me. So then I started jumping then.
I was going to say, did you start jumping?
Yeah.
Class.
It's fucking awesome. I love it. There is nothing in this world that I've ever experienced. Even, like, I love driving. I love the freedom of being out on an open road, and, like, especially, like, see driving, like, to Girvan and that area, just coming up to Cumnock.
Yeah.
And you know how there's, like, that, like, when it's, like, right open and the fields are like down, and then it goes up and then it goes whoosh down the hill and everything.
Where it's like double lined and whatever, like the overtake line bit?
No. Just as you're, like, literally it's just you go around the corner and you're basically at New Cumnock. But as you're coming up the hill and you've got the roads down the side of you, and then it's like quite a sort of steep freaking decline and round the bend and stuff, and it's the best part of the road to drive, unless there's some fucker in front of you.
No, I know where you're on with now. I was thinking that actually. It's funny because I was I'm not going to do the whole silly first world rant stuff. I'll just forget about it and talk about, because all first world rants really is kind of like fucking pet peeves, and like other guys.
You could totally have like a whole segment of videos. Pet peeve.
Yeah, well that's what I mean. I'm not going to bother. I was going to. I actually did upload it and then I took it down. Just and I was talking about just fucking tossers or personal fucking number plates, man. Driving about like fannies, and they're really fucking expensive cars, or they're fucking 4x4s, or they're shitty wee silly tiny cars and all that. You can driving like fannies, but they've got this fucking personal plate, probably costs like $100s, and they're like, oh look at me, and it's like, dude, you can't even fucking negotiate a fucking ring road properly. You can just talk fannies, man. But that and all, trundling about and whatever you can, they guide roads. I love driving when it's guide. That's why I like driving in the dark, because generally you can, unless you've got some nutter going about like fucking Stuntman Mike driving about with the lights off in the dark.
Oh my god.
And that shit has crossed my mind actually, and not because I'm like crazy paranoid or because it's in a Tarantino movie, but because like, well, someone's imagination, someone else's fucking potential reality, is it not? I'm not saying that someone would be inspired by Tarantino. I'm saying that there's many cars. Some fucking nutter could be driving about with their light. You see folk that are driving down fucking Bacluse Street and that, no lights in the dark, and they've also just not noticing it is lit up. I get that. But like
thrill seekers though.
All that kind of shit. You just never can, man. It doesn't even need to be someone sinister, someone out trying to like fucking like do something mad, like vehicular fucking murder or some shit. You can like that. But you could just get folk just rallying about like nutters. They might even have night vision on. It just might be they might not see you coming and whatever. And so like. What I mean is, like, if I'm driving about in the dark with the lights on, that's zipping about, because it's easy to zip about in the dark because you can see when there's no traffic coming. In theory, you can get about. The roads are fucking really good for it, but it's like folk trundling about at 30 mile an hour. You can 25 around the bend. It's like you can easily take it at 60. Easily. You can, if you were really good, you could probably easily take it at fucking 80. You can, but no, you've got these cunts, and it's not that everyone has to be rallying about, but when you've got folk that are trundling along...
Drive with purpose.
You can.
And confidence.
Someone earlier, someone in the taxi or that said something like Sunday drivers, just old people in that, and that's exactly, and I'm not saying it's all old people, it's everybody. Well, I never someone else did.
No, it's not. There was who was it? Was it Alex? Had shared something yesterday about like the top 10 things that drivers say, and it was like, you know,
that's funny.
Fucking go.
Yep, I did see it because you shared it. Did you know?
Aye. But there was a thing about Sunday drivers, and I was like, that's one thing that I don't often hear. Sunday driver. Yeah. But now you've just said it.
Yeah, well, that's because I never often heard it, but someone said it to me. Yeah, someone said to me, like, Sunday driver, just old folk, and that is a lot of old folk, but, like, it really is murder. Like, I think it's fucking shocking, folks. Just their proprioception, but, like, their vehicle version of that. Is it proprioception? Was that the word? Proprioceptions today with, like, your understanding, your movement, and your whereabouts in a space and time. Right. I heard it on the wrestling. Someone was doing a moonsault off the rope, and the commentator was like, "Oh, he's proprioception." And I was like, "Is that even a fucking word?" And it is. And it's to do with like knowing like what your movement, your movement, and where you're in relation to your surroundings, right?
And
people's vehicular proprioception is fucking unreal.
Aye.
Folk, like the number of I've gone on about it all the time. It's the same fucking bullshit. Same first world bullshit, man. Fucking idiots. You can like on the ring road, like no noticing that you're on the inside lane and that you're pulling onto the ring road at the same time. They're so fucking tunnel vision like an owl with a fucking static neck, a fused fucking spine, and all it does is look there when they fucking like
well, an owl's a
what's
bad.
It called?
An owl's a bad example.
What's this called?
Peripherals.
Peripheral. You can, like, people drive with no peripheral vision. So they come onto the ring road, and instead of going to ruin the ring road to go straight on, they cut right across it. And if it's not for me knowing exactly how fucking useless they are and what they're got to do, they would potentially take the front left of the car off. They'd push the engine out the fucking the bay or whatever you can. But I need to stop and fucking slam on the brakes, get as close as I can to them because they're fucking cunts, and then fucking hit the idiots. Just total fannies. This guy that was coming out of fucking Tesco car park the other day, I'm coming out for like, so I've been in for petrol, I'm coming around the back of the building, right, so when I turn right, I'm now facing KFC, and I comes out, and he comes out of the car park in front of me, right, but really fucking slow, right, well, out in front of me, and then trundled as he sort of like got more onto the road, and then fucking stopped, and just started trundling like 0.1 fucking mile an hour, right, to the point that I was like, fuck this cunt. I overtook him, like, on the turning into the petrol station. I just overtook this fucking cunt. You can? And by the time that I'm going around the ring road, he's still just trundling about. And it's like, what the fuck is this motherfucker even on the road for?
Oh my god.
You can... fucking crazy. Total fucking murder.
Right, I've got two things that I need to say. First of all, I need to get back to what I was actually going to say. Right, so we love driving. We love the open road.
I do love driving.
When there's no other stupid drivers.
I'm looking forward to getting my fucking car back. I'll maybe even take it and run up the fucking Air Road later on at dusk or 7 o'clock or something like that when it'll be a bit quieter, and fucking get a good drive in it, because like I didn't like driving mother's car either because it's just too slow. I just can't get past it. It's hard to get past vehicles anyway because the roads are so fucking busy like all the time. But like you just can't. My mum's car does not have acceleration. Like it literally is just like 30, 31, 32, 33. That's what it's like. We are fit down through damn near every gear. Weirdly, I think it seems to get better when you're trying to get around a ring road quicker in the dark. If it's in the dark, like when it's quieter, I mean, and you can actually sort of accelerate the ring road, it seems to pick it up a bit then, but then maybe it's just because I'm on a ring road, it feels like I'm going quicker.
Aye, maybe.
Sorry, what were you saying? I cut you off.
Right, so that freedom and exhilarating feeling that you have when you're driving, and you know that you drive well and you're not feeling in danger, and it's just free, and you've got your music blasting and got cigarettes and stuff, and it's just, I love it. But it does not compare at all to being on a horse and coming over a jump and your feet fall out the stirrups and you're halfway off the horse trying to climb back on, steer the horse around the bend because there's a fence right in front of you, slow it down at the same, like there's nothing on this earth that compares to that.
I imagine it'd be pretty cool. I imagine it'd be much like, well, not much like, nothing like, but but at least similar to riding a motorbike compared to driving or something, and it's just you sitting on the saddle, you can. Iron, what is it that was in that Bon Jovi song? Blaze of Glory or whatever it? What was that fucking song again? Where he's on about the steel horse I ride. Wanted it. What was it? Wanted Dead or Alive? Is that the name of the Bon Jovi song? Yeah. On a steel horse I ride. Have you heard their new song?
No.
It is fucking gutter.
I can imagine it would
It's
be.
fucking terrible.
They've definitely gone past their heyday.
No, it really is just pop, just droning chords, and I kind of get it because it's like lyrically, but I can't even fucking remember the lyrics because it's just so fucking dour and dreary. It's like funeral music. It's about like soldiers that have been fighting in the war and all that. And in the video, I think they're coming back and whatever. But it's not. I don't mean that war's upbeat. It's not like it just kind of seems like it's just a downer, Just these long dragging fucking chords, nae riffs as usual, but his vocal delivery is like the exact same, like quiet, somber kind of thing from start to finish. So when it gets feel like the verse to the chorus verse, but it's all just the same. It's like it's not even got that power punch grab shit that he does. It's just garbage. Just write a riff. They used to write a banger, like proper different.
I just remembered they were driving down.
Surely they've got enough money that they could just come out and write a banger. Just write a fucking riff. Motherfucker's got like 8 trillion fucking bucks or something. Write some good music, man. It's just pish all the time.
Remember when we were driving down? When we were driving down to Carlisle, when we went for dinner with AD and Becky that New Year.
Yeah.
I remember listening to Shot to the Heart. And we were and we both were and they turned around to Misha and she was like funny. But yeah, stuff like that,
it's very good. I wish I could write a shite song that'll fucking get me as much money as that.
Shot through the heart. Funny.
I suppose it can all work or not. It's just like I don't know. Bon Jovi, they're kind of like the bands that I'd say like this century that I could probably make like a good CD, in my idea anyway, a good CD of all their albums.
Right, the second thing I was going to say, crazy fucking story for you. Doogie, the guy that is one of the posties, he was saying the other day that he had gotten a lift from his ex/baby mama and her sister and her new boyfriend, right? And they were like in Tesco car park or something.
Remember, this is going on the internet.
Well, okay, my posty dude with the name of X. It was in the newspaper.
Go for it. Fire on. But no one will watch it anyway. But shit. Go.
Long story short, right? He thought everything was fine, everything was grand. The girls got out, went into Tesco, told him not to say anything, not to speak to her new boyfriend, and he was like, "What the hell?" They came back into the car, started being dicks to him, and he was like, "Fuck this shit, let me out the car," and they wouldn't let him out the car, and they were just totally being absolute assholes. Eventually, he was trying to sort of push his way out the car, so he had the seat where he was trying to get out the car, and he just got out and they fucked off. Next thing, he's sitting at home with his girlfriend, I guess, or some chick that he was seeing, or he had someone round or whatever, and they were just watching telly, and then the police were at his door, and now he's been charged with assault and damage and everything because they're saying that he kicked the shit out of all three of them and kicked the shit out of the car.
So the people that went and gave him a warning at his vehicle and all that, they're now saying that he battered their car.
He was getting a lift from her. It was her car, right? And everything was fine, and then all of a sudden it wasn't, and they were just being absolute dicks to him, and so he demanded that they just pull over and let him out, and it took I think by the way he was talking, it was a bit of a struggle for him trying to actually get out of the car and just exit the situation, but then the next day the police are at his door and he's getting charged with, like...
How can they be actually charging him? Like...
Well, that's what he was saying. He was like, are you trying to tell me that, like, I beat up all 3 of these people?
No, not just that. How can they just serve him with a charge? Like, do they no need to fucking, like, do the police no have, like, due diligence or whatever? Like, what, like...
Well, I had asked him about CCTV, and
that's
apparently...
what I thought. Do they know you need to get his side of the story, find out what's going on? Because, like, that's a dangerous fucking...
Aye.
Structure of fucking authority. Yeah?
That's why I'm saying, crazy story. Crazy story. But like he said that it was as they were like leaving Tesco or whatever, so they were like, I think they were at the Cuckoo Bridge roundabout, I think. But he literally like got out like in the middle of the road, so it wasn't even as if they'd pulled in where there would be CCTV. So there's no CCTV footage, but apparently they have actually like damaged the door so that it won't shut properly, and they're blaming him. Mental.
That kind of... See? SMP.
Absolute mental.
That's just fucking... Surely he can... What's he saying? He's doing about it.
They can't do anything about it.
Got a lawyer and that just can't do anything about it. He's got to be found guilty.
He went to solicitor, and his solicitor was like, you're kind of fucked. It's 3 against 1. It's 3 statements, 3 different people saying the same thing against his version of events.
Aye. That's just a joke.
Aye.
That just sounds dangerous, I think. That can be a way, I said a.
Oh,
a
so
way
you did?
that, like a complaint made to the police could be handled and how it ends up. Like, that's just crazy.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
But he was saying
SMP bullshit.
He was saying that it could be serious.
He says, she says, you can, oh fuck it, just whoever tries first, they're in the right.
Aye.
You can, that's just aye.
But I was trying to sort of make him sort of feel a bit sort of less apprehensive about the whole situation, saying like I never like mentioned any names or went into detail at all because it sort of cut me off, and I was gonna say about like all your bullshit and how like nothing actually came of it. But he was saying that his solicitor said that it could be as serious as he could get a tag.
Mental.
Mm-hmm. And he doesn't know what the hell happened. I was like, what on earth? I mean, and that was one of his sort of defence type things as well. You know, he was like, surely there's CCTV in Tesco car park with everything fine. We're all fine. You know, like what the hell has happened between there and the roundabout, which is like
you're being
50 metres away.
Of the crime you're accused of, regardless of the fact there's no evidence other than some people that are like in a wee gang that would obviously corroborate each other's story.
Yeah.
No witnesses, no CCTV.
I mean, surely just the fact that there's the CCTV of them being absolutely fine in Tesco, like obviously, like he's not just gonna like randomly start a fight with all 3 of them in the car while it's moving. Like, aye, absolute mental, crazy.
So when's his court thing coming up?
I think he had said something about it's gonna like get postponed until after Christmas.
Okay, so how would you know then that he wouldn't do it? That it wouldn't have been him that battered the car? If there's because there's no evidence to corroborate his story either. This is it. It shouldn't be anything. It's a nothing.
I see what, like, so you're basically posing the question, why am I taking his side and not being on their side?
I suppose, not necessarily his, because I never meant to assume that like you actually had his side. I'm just listening to his side of the story. So whatever, just you can, that works obviously on the other side. I know is that he could have, and he's just playing it down.
There is that, but I would think in any hypothetical situation, why would you start on your child's mother, her boyfriend, and her sister in her car while it's moving. You know, it doesn't make sense.
No, you're right, it doesn't. Playing devil's advocate, obviously, but no, it doesn't make sense. Crazy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And there's also the whole thing of apparently he's actually like looking to get some money that she owes him or something, but it's like somewhat semi-formal. He's like getting some sort of money from her, but now she'll be able to get him charged and like get more money back. Which is just motive.
What's the spin on the newspaper like? You said it had been in the paper.
I don't know, because I'd actually seen another thing in the newspaper, and I had messaged him asking if it was alright. And he thought that I was talking about that thing, but I hadn't actually seen it. Like, there's a whole other thing, like he was a witness to a car accident and stuff, and that was in the newspaper. But it was pretty bad.
Right, it was the scene with they hit the tree and the car went on fire and that stuff. Gnarly.
So after I'd seen that in the paper, I'd messaged him asking if it was alright, and he thought that I had seen the other thing. And he was like, oh, just ignore it, it's fucking bullshit. And I was like, what? So yeah, I haven't actually read it in the paper, I just know that there's obviously enough detail in the paper.
Yeah.
If he thought that I had read that sort of thing.
Yeah.
Yeah. But yeah. Crazy, stupid society that we live in, where somebody can say to the neighbour that's been a dick to fuck you and then get charged for it, or, you know, you can get bloody started on by 3 people and leave a vehicle to get out of the situation and be charged for it.
Well, it's like, I don't know where it was one of these things I'd seen on YouTube, maybe I don't know, but it's like free speech and that.
There's no such thing.
Yeah, it's been like completely attacked. You can't you fucking say fuck it. It's true. Well, that's obviously what they're free speech, because they're insinuating that kind of aggressive confrontation, but like,
I just don't get it though. Like in Scotland, you know, fuck you is such a common everyday term. How can it possibly be used? I mean, that's like saying that haggis is now a swear word. No.
It might become. I was wondering like how long it would maybe take for like someone to hear this, right? Because like, but then I got thinking of like the difference between hope and belief, because like, I was like, well, you'd kind of believe that just like through chance or whatever, it would eventually happen. Like folk have sent out that fucking record thing into space in the hope that, like, but like, that's totally different, isn't it? Because like, you can hope when it doesn't necessarily mean you believe it, obviously. Yeah. So, yeah.
Like me and my parallel universe / reincarnation. I
don't necessarily hope anyone. Well, I suppose you would hope, in the sense that like, people manage to make money out of YouTube. You know, one way or another. Don't know how, they almost start somewhere. If that's like recording on a phone and then smashing it on the internet and just flooding it.
All it takes is one viral video.
You know, yeah, because like you find out, people find out about people just like by random, like obviously chance. And they'll come across someone and someone will listen to it, like if it's cheesy sin, some random cunt that he's seen on YouTube and he's like, this guy's got this channel and he just reads out like the news or whatever basically, but he's got wee fucking things like, he's some Scottish lad. This fucking ball bag. But you can, it's sort of like folk will just find wee channels and eventually like
God damn it.
But like, it's not like I'm fussed about it at the same time, just in it for a laugh.
I've got no battery. I was gonna get the Standard and see what the latest news was.
The Standard, I've got the BBC News up here. 750 kilograms of coke washed up for the French Atlantic beaches.
I was looking for something
party in Britain. The government will flood the streets with that to keep everyone's fucking mind off the fact that like the Prince of England likes to fuck kids.
There was somebody in the sort of Dumfries and Galloway area that had driven down from further up north, I think, that was found with 12 kilos of weed in their car.
12 kilos of weight.
12 kilos! I mean, was the entire car stuffed?
Just press it. You can, like, aye.
How stinking was that? I mean, they wouldn't even have had to search the car, they would have smelt it from a mile away.
Where were they going, like?
I don't know.
Yeah.
I can't remember enough detail about it. I just remember 12 kilos.
Imagine driving down the road, because that's got to be, like, you're no driving down the road worrying about getting caught. So it's one of these situations where, like, you just think it'll never happen to you, So, like, you're driving down the road, I mean, 12 fucking kilos of weed, and then you get pulled over, like, you job fucked straight away as soon as you see the fucking thing, because as soon as you try and pull a U-turn or something, they'll probably just send a car. It'll look suspicious, you know.
But like one of the mail bags, like in the post office, the royal mail bags, they are like a maximum capacity of 11 kilos, and 11 kilos of mail is quite heavy, you know.
How many kilos of what?
Like 11 kilos. Although to lift dumbbells, 11 kilos isn't heavy. When it's like a bag full of letters or parcels or whatever, it's like, Jesus, there's some weight in that. Like, little fluffy wuffy leaves weighing that much. What? Like, I can't even picture like the volume that would be. I honestly just had this image of like this car that was absolutely stuffed to the brim, like
windows like fucking fruit to the windows and everything. He'd stuffed it at the front. Shit.
Just being able to get high just off of the like non-burning fumes alone.
There's nothing in the fucking local news at all. It's all shit.
What about court files?
Don't know. How would you Google it? Just Dumfries and Galway court files. See what that says. You're not going to be able to just click on it and read shit, can you?
Aye, you can go on the court website and it'll tell you what cases are coming up.
Then?
I don't know, I can't remember.
Oh fuck knows, I don't know. Nah, nothing. Just looking at random stuff up here now for like making me lists and that shit. So
I'm gonna have to get started with my narcolepsy bloody site because I'm fair worried that somebody's gonna start doing it first.
Yeah, you should, because we'll like totally cross over. You can like just because like we can both record this. Well, like because like you could in the sense that like not separate for the whatever the informative kind of lesson based videos that you were thinking of, because like we can keep talking about it, you know.
What is that like black button there on your washing machine?
That?
Aye.
I've no idea. I don't know.
Yeah, I've got like tons of ideas for the narcolepsy page, and I did check the name that I wanted as well, and there's already like 50 pages with the same name, so it's obviously that's not an issue.
That's alright then. No, you need. Wait, so you can use the name?
Yeah, obviously, if there's like multiple of the same name.
Yeah. Then it might just get lost in the mix, so.
These ones, there's only one of them that actually has like more than a couple of hundred subscribers, so if I got like quite popular with it, like spamming the narcolepsy pages and everything with links all the time.
Yeah, totally. Yeah, that would work. You should do it, definitely.
Yeah. That chick that had posted like 5 or 6 videos, and she hasn't posted anything in like 2 years. That's like, I found her through one of these videos that went viral. Like, she's got like 5 or 6 things that's got like, you know, 1,000 views or whatever, but this one viral one, like, literally has got like millions.
Right.
And it's the one where she's like sort of demonstrating some sort of Japanese dance thing, and she like has a zombie attack, and it's just me. But it went absolutely viral, like it was everywhere. Yeah. So I had seen that, and then obviously I went on and looked for her and like watched all her other stuff. But yeah, just what you were saying earlier, like that's how you get known. You just have to hope that one of them is popular enough that people are then like, oh, I wonder what else this person's got.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, you see channels that have got like hundreds of videos that don't have a lot of subscribers, and that you really need to fucking just record fucking everything. That's why I was thinking, just record when folk come around, chat about whatever fucking has came up that day. A lot of folk are just doing that anyway, you know.
Like Joe Rogan started somewhere with it.
Yeah. Right.
Slept him.
Left him.
Slept him. But then, you know, it gets to the point where you've got, like, your fan base and your followers and everything, the people that have actually subscribed and it's the first things that's coming up in the YouTube list. Like, you know, I'm, like, completely up to date with all the Slapped Ham videos. Yeah. You know? There'll be ones that I haven't seen before. But he's got that many of them that it would be impossible to, like, sift through. And why did YouTube change? They used to have a little tick in the, like, once you'd viewed a video, there used to be a wee tick up in the wee corner of the thumbnail to let you know that you had seen it.
I didn't know that. I don't remember that. When did it change?
Like, ages ago.
Yeah? Yeah. No, I never noticed that.
Well, it was handy, because then you knew that you'd already seen that one.
Yeah.
Instead of fucking starting the same video like 50 gazillion times.
Is that maybe what turned into, like, the like button or something, where you liked it instead?
No. It's, like, when I say ages ago, I mean, like, you know, a matter of months. Like, when I was watching all the Key and Toomey videos and stuff, like, it was at some point... it's been in the last year that there used to be the wee ticks that let you know that you had seen the videos, and then now there's nothing. And not only that, but they keep changing the thumbnails, so then the thing looks different. So oh, new video. No, it's not. It's just the same
You can
video.
change the thumbnail, like, when you upload the video, so, like, that could just be people fucking with you. Could be the channel changing the thumbnail for the video.
To get more views.
Yeah, maybe. A man who used a crossbow to kill a man after they had rowed in the street has been jailed for life.
Did he try and use one of the old laws?
Fuck knows, they were having an argument. So this guy, David Ball, shot Lee Atkins with a fucking crossbow because the guy had previously accused him of nearly killing him in a nearly killing him in a crash.
Oh my god.
So what, had they been in a crash prior and then he went and sought revenge on him, or had they just almost caused like it? Shortly after he had accused him of nearly killing him, I was ordered to serve 27 years.
So did he actually kill the dude with the crossbow?
Yeah, he fucking shot this guy with a crossbow. He chose to escalate a disagreement to a sickening level of violence. Yeah, so they were separated. So I think, like, I think this guy had nearly, like, he probably was a shit driver, another fucking idiot being a shit driver, nearly fucking caused a crash, and then this guy had fucking got out and they had a Barney and accused him of nearly fucking causing this crash, nearly killing him, and then after the Barney he went home and got a fucking crossbow, and then he came back and shot him in the abdomen. That's very Vikings, isn't it?
Oh, that's a poor, slow, painful fucking death.
Yeah, it reminds me of Thornston or whatever his name was when he had his arm cut off.
Oh, I was thinking more bloody...
Ragnar's fake son.
No. Breaking Bad.
Oh fuck, I can't remember.
What's the guy's name? Bald guy that does all the cleaning up and shit.
Oh, Mike. Oh, yeah.
So remember when he shot Mike?
Yeah, see that.
Spoiler.
That's why I like. That's one of the good things that I like in Better Call Saul. I need to get caught up on that actually.
Yeah, I'd never watched it very much.
It's got Mike in it. It's not as good as Breaking Bad. It's a lot slower. It's a slow burner, but it gets alright. I
got to the point when I was watching it with you where he was like hiding somewhere, like in a tent.
Yeah. I forgot really now. I'd probably need to go back and watch a wee bit that I've already watched to refresh my memory. So I still need to check if fucking South Park's still going, because it sounded like when I was looking on for a torrent the other day that it was like the season finale already. Like that was only it said, I don't know, it just seemed like fucking short seasons.
I forgot to bring my dinner over.
Yeah. If you want to go and get it, we'll fucking stop.
Nah, it's far too late to eat now.
What are we on?
Midnight.
We're going to chop on. You want to watch Night Master? You're not going to leave right now, so.
No.
Go Night Master?
Aye.
Yeah. Okay.
I'm gonna get my computer on now and try and get this
Sorry.
on. We're still recording.
I know.
Random shite.
Random shite, right. Ta-ta to the
Night.
fucking future aliens that see this in how many fucking years?
Probably like in a couple of years.
Yeah, maybe.